Lulu, Nunu. Lulu writing Nunu. Lulu writing Nunu with an e-girl saying ooh woo. E-girl saying ooh woo with Lulu on top of Nunu in Honolulu. Trying to sue you. A troll to do the voodoo. E-girl saying ooh woo grinding troll to do the voodoo next to Lulu writing Nunu trying to sue you in Honolulu.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, I flat out stole everything about that rap idea from a random dude on TikTok and then did it way worse than him, so I guess you can call me an official YouTuber now. Here's his name, but today we are talking about ELO inflation, namely this pixie-titted godmother who I'd argue is the freest way to LP for anyone who just wants to find a pick to climb on. I'm not sure who would care about their rank in today's league when low ELO is full of bots and trolls keeping their rank low to sell the accounts. Popular ELOs are full of duo boosters that you can hire online, and high ELOs are full of gambling win traders profiting off of placing bets on games and then having people throw them, so your rank in league literally has less meaning than how much your last dump weighed. But today I figured I would show the few of you out there who might still want free LP in exchange for your dignity by first timing this champ to show how criminally underrated she is at carrying with a kit that's designed to get her carried, because I'm all about showing off free underrated stuff, like Outplayed, which is literally OBS on steroids but no one knows about it. I've been using this software well before they started paying me to say they are cute, because it's just so much more convenient than the other options for recording games. It supports pretty much every popular title and allows you to configure it to automatically start recording when you get in games and then clip up the highlights based off of what you tell it to. After the game you get a super user-friendly timeline with all of the action spots neatly marked. You can then select them and have the built-in editor clip them together and render out a final highlight with all the fluff cut out that you can upload directly to your socials from the app. It's a no-brainer if you literally want to turn your brain off and never miss being able to show your friend a sick play or a funny clip, and all of this is free. So if this sounds cool, check the link below and let's get into the Lulu LP train. Alright, so the plan is to rock purple and we have a Twitch linker, so I'm always down to build some rapport with my lane mate before the game, practice my underdeveloped social skills, and I see he is into deck construction, so I know the perfect icebreaker.
Composite? You mean compost versus wood? I don't know what that means, to be honest. Sorry, I had food poisoning and I'm slightly recovering from it. I feel okay right now.
Alright, so food poison ridden Twitch tag liar is who we were dealing with, which was fine until I met their jungler. Or should I say their third bot laner. Like any time I saw a fight to rotate to, it was immediately turned into. So naturally my screen's been a bit of a color virgin and our tower gets tit-tapped first, but I stuck around ready to defend my title as the masturbator, knowing that we had a large hop happy booger in the area and my champ is designed to erase mistakes so they get snot rocketed, and I'd like to think my contribution was big enough for this jinx to include me as a tax write-off when reporting her income as things were turning around. This makes their jungler into the guy that we all make small dick jokes about at book club, as I'm just like, pish yeah, ELO inflated champs, am I right? But we are pushed all the way to tier 2 and I'm thinking finally some peace to farm. But Frankie Food Poison took the fact that we just saw the camping anal reaper leave 2 seconds ago as a green light to pick a fight and volunteer as she who sits in cage, which puts him in a situation where later you will see him say this about my gameplay.
I didn't get a single Lulu ult that entire game. The entire game.
And maybe it's me, but my little glitter tits definitely said crescendo, then swelled your ass up, literally saving your fake deck constructing ass from death, which ultimately earned you a fat freaking double shutdown to start a big snowball. But I'm joking guys, I made all that up, he actually just died there because
I didn't get a single Lulu ult that entire game.
But me getting backseated and flamed to the point where my petty ass is about to edit a bunch of shit out of context to make this guy look stupid as shit later in this video because he hurt my feelings aside. I had a job to do, which was to aimlessly float around in fights doing nothing but talking about how things taste like colors until Toxic Tommy is out of the closet with the metal moron whom we all partake in group homicide of together. Anyways, they managed to jerk Baron off to completion, and then that Fed-phasing fuckboy is looking to give Sammy Salmonella some more reasons to flame me, so I turn him into a squirrel, which he took as an invitation into my anus, and long story short, the whole pending World War III was just a giant misunderstanding and everyone went their separate ways unharmed, until I was informed via 30 pings and a snarky remark that I costed this godsend a triple if I just would have used R. So pulling up the tapes, I believe he is talking about this where he was trapped, then a woodland critter, then a tenant of my taint, Then Black shielded and out the fight completely, so I'm not sure how the math of me pushing R plus that sequence equals a triple, but I swallow my midget wizard e-girl pride and say I got him next time, which is then served with a sour dessert of more criticisms. And don't interpret this as me saying I was playing this well. I'm aware that when it comes to League of Legends mechanics I'm a few fries short of a happy meal, but I think if you called some of my other references like this Darius for example, they would paint a slightly different picture of my performance in these teamfights than what's being presented. Okay, that one totally was my fault for not having 5 seconds less on my exhaust cooldown and using it in time, which 100% would have changed the impact of your ass being burnt like a pizza roll anyways. But post-game pettiness aside, let the record state that I was full-blown positive mental uwu status at the time with no intentions to tilt this player more than what 3 days of straight diarrhea already apparently have. And yes, in the next fight when the broken bullshitter spawns out of a wall I do desk pop my ult out of PTSD of being one shot, and maybe my eyes are lying to me, but it appeared like I was maybe the one who got focused here instead of the full health jinx. But her recollection of the events from her car seat in the back after that was that I didn't peel for her because I shield ulted myself when I had 6 dicks and a dozen knives up my butt tunnel 12 feet from her full health vacationing ass. So yeah, I got pinged another 600 times and we lost, but hey, I'm all for giving people who are mean to me 50 chances before I light them up in a video, so I stayed positive and went to see if maybe he just came across as cancerous in text.
How is this player my rank? You get the worst supports, dude. I hate this role.
But I was ready to mend my relationship with Nick Merck's little brother and it sounded like he was too.
I'll be nice, dude.
Psych.
Like, you single-handedly kind of costed us that game. You kept denying me. I lost so much CS early because my support kept like autoing minion. You didn't know how to use your W, correct? You never ulted me. You didn't use CC under turret. You didn't do anything. I didn't get a single Lulu ult that entire game. The entire game. You didn't use W to polymorph near me fighting. You played so bad, you made the game unwinnable. You just played terrible, man. But your reaction time did not exist. It's whatever, man. Just don't play that champion.
So I decided to play Lulu again immediately after that motivational pep talk, and this time I got to lane with its yo boy DJ Anal with Ignite, who I could tell was already going to be on my wavelength way more in the chemistry department. Plus I was going to be the most vengeful Yordle with glitter on her nips you've ever seen by bullying this COPD pantsuit hoe all damn laning phase. Every single time she wanted to socialize I would pixie piss on her parade until I can only assume she sneezed or had a stroke IRL with that pathing, so I flash lit the ass on fire for the kill. To which my new DJ Anal is already pumping me up. A new bromance is being formed, you know, duo laner shit when one isn't trying to stick his mega flaccid micro dick into the other's gameplay with criticisms as we alley some of the dopest bomb of the tower oops to commit murder this side of the rift has ever seen. We have their statue screaming its safe word when I'm on the lookout for the boys, but when DJ Anal wants to commit I commit, so we nab that first tower bag and then start to make what looks like a hopeless escape. Super romantic, as you can see the true loyalty even in the face of death. He turns back and looks at me to make sure I'm good, so I shove a few roofies up his asshole as a token of my appreciation, which lets him right click a few days longer, and this ultimately opens up the door for a Master Yi to come in buzzing without brain cells to hash and slash his way into a retreat until my fellow midget wizard Yordle comes in to spout some shit about being evil. I am now visiting up north because word on the street is that Riot gave a champ not 1 too many dashes, but 6 too many, and I wanted to see it myself. As some would say, the opportunity was golden, but I held my Ignite forgetting about the 6 dashes thing, so she got away. But then I pulled out the inner tube entitled ELO and started inflating it by just kind of existing in fights, you know, waiting for the proper times to let my little Zelda bug shield others while turning large soldiers into tiny critters sprinkling glitter fucking bitches, you know the usual. Then I'm presented with a dilemma on whether to help my team contest an objective or to help my greedy top laner get a pick, and I'm born and raised silver baby, so you already know where I is putting my priorities, but it's cool cause we got the kill and by the looks of it we were about to get a second. The boys seem to have caught that dashing douchebag out in the open again. Yay, as their support gives her an extra life, to which I say that's great, but that life will be as a purple chipmunk, so she pisses off. We want more, but a weaponized cat turd has made it his mission to stop us, along with tear gas coming our way, so I do my best slutty banana impersonation and peel myself off until I see a fitting time for me to come back in and let my fellow little people big world wizard know that I've got his back. As he gets taken into the closet to get fucked, we scare off the others and then patiently wait to cast our revenge on the knight in dying armor. Oh, and their shitty support died right after, must not have been using her skills or some shit. Anyways, we are doing what I would classify as yordle loitering when I just know Professor Akali is gonna come flying and trying to clickbait us, so I give a visual to the phrase flying squirrel, which if we skip to the end of that sad story ends in her getting executed, me calling her a slut, and a little more bonding with my boy DJ Anal to show that the bar's not high to get along with me. Then one more sneaky peeky pic because I was doing support scouty boy things, and bam, easy as free LP inflated glitter filled donut of a champ for climbing. I pull back Eddie E. Coli's stream, and in the next game's post-game lobby I still see him shitting on me from the game before, so I cosplay his own relationship with his dad by trying to make him proud and get his approval even though it's a lost cause, to which he says,
I don't like the duel, man. I don't really think I was mean.
You just played terrible, man.
Rav out.